Hey everybody, Dab here. Sorry, don't mind me just messing with the monitor here. Hopefully that's good. Hopefully, yeah. Alright. Camera good, microphone good. Alright, hey everybody, Dab here. Viewer discretion advised, already smoking. Just got my screen set up here. I wish I could show everybody everything it looks like, but I got two applications of Pantheon running side by side. The one on the stream looks a little stretched just because how these are more square shaped now, since I have them both side by side on the. I have a 42-inch widescreen monitor, so just picture it's like giant ass monitor, about half and half is Pantheon. But anyways, on one side we have Duvid the Druid. He's level 13 Druid. But the star of this show today is going to be our level 1 Paladin, Dabadin. Alright? Our level 1 Paladin, Dabadin over here. So far, I stole the weapon off the Necromancer's pet. So we have a badass weapon to start out with. It's just going to be fucking wrecking everything for levels. I already crafted 5 pieces of jewelry. This is tier 2 jewelry that my Necromancer crafts. So that plus 18 dodge rating on each of these is actually 1% dodge. So this, like, I only had 1.75% dodge, now it's 6.75%, which, like, overall, that's pretty huge when it comes to combat, you know? I don't know if nobody's watching in the beginning, but maybe someone sees this in the future. Like, pretty cool. Just making, like, dodgy shit. And I'm just thinking, as the tiers go up, like, if you can get that at 3, 4, or 5% dodge rating, or dodge, like, you know, like 25% dodge off just jewelry, right? That's, like, mandatory shit for a monk trying to tank. Has been a pain in the ass managing these user interfaces. Now, so one thing I'm missing here is armor, right? But Dabadin took weaponsmithing and armor smithing. Dabadin has all the ore available from other characters. Dabadin at level 1 is about to craft all of his fucking shit. What the fuck? Work. Like, what the hell? Am I lagging? Am I disconnecting? Like, that should go in there, right? No, let me get the fuck off here. What is happening here, people? There we go. That's fucking better, right? Jeez. Wow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I get my auto clicker out for this. It's too much clicking for me. Oh, working on getting used to this. You know, I got oh shit. Like talking about getting used to it. I have my auto clicker on the smelt button there, so I can't move the mouse. Fuck. I wanted to grab the mouse. Anyways, yeah, just clicking away on that button there, smelting the ore. to overdo it, because I am restricted to my skill only going up 3 points. Because I might not be able to craft this armor when I go to get it. I'm about to step over there and try to buy the recipes. Welcome, welcome, everybody. It's a party now. Let's see, I do have a bet for tonight. Let's see, alright, but here's what we're going for tonight. Alright. Now, I don't like picking winners a lot, so I didn't, sometimes I like to say, like, go football. And sometimes I pick a bunch of winners, right? That's how I made a lot of money doing this. But that's what we got here. My picks right now for tonight, I have Aaron Rodgers throwing for over 200 yards, Jamar Chase over 80 receiving, Jamar Chase 8 or more receptions, DK Metcalf getting a touchdown, and the score 46 or more. So 5-pick parlay. I need all 5 things to happen to win my bet. Let's see, yeah. That 5-pick parlay pays 10 to 1. So, for example, a $100 bet pays 1,000. I think so far for the season, I'm up close to, or around 1,500 to 2,000, I think, for the season. It's always back and forth, always back and forth. And they're probably 1,500. Like, taking out what I've lost, like, if you take what I've gained versus what I've lost, and you do a math problem there, I'm 1,500 in the positive right now for the football season. Going back to preseason. Mostly with $5, $10, $20 bets. Tonight's the biggest one I've done of the season, just because I'm feeling in a good mood right now. Don't know how, somehow, some way, I am. Alright, we crafted up some shit. There's Duvid. Alright. So I took armor smithing and weapon smithing. I did that for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to give myself starter armor. I mean, it seems like better armor and weapons drop in the game, right? So far, it doesn't seem like the armor and weapons come from crafting. Yet. I'll throw that out. Yet. Keyword there. But I see potential there with how, like, right now they're adding stats to the jewelry, and jewelry seems worthwhile. Now, I do want to craft some armor for level 1, and then also for my necromancer's pet. I want to craft armor and put it on the skeleton. Hey Tom, doing alright? How you doing? And I took weaponsmithing because weaponsmithing is also tool crafting, if you think about it that way. So you make better and better tools, which makes you harvest a lot faster. You know, if you hate that bar going slow and you want to see the bar go fast as fuck, upgrade your tools, upgrade your skill. I think tool has more of a factor than skill does for the speed. Because, like, I harvest fast as hell. On some of my characters have like a 24 stat gathering tool. You get that after you finish the quest line from the foreman here or the person in Wild's End. playing some Wizard, or you playing some Pantheon tonight, Tom? What are you up to? Which one we lose this time? Hey Tom, I'm going to show you my bet for the night, so you can cheer it on with me. I mean, so I'll probably be playing the game and not watching because it's better for my mental health when I got money on a game for teams I don't really care for. But yeah, I still like numbers and I like football, so and yeah, I can't win if I don't play, right? Oh man. That sucks. One sec, just logging in my bet here. Here we go. Alright, here's my picks for the night. Alright, so overall summary, how I see this game playing out, maybe somewhere around 50 points. So Aaron Rodgers, he's averaged around, I want to say like 208 yards a game, which is like a career low for him. But most of his passing game has thrived off the short and intermediate passes. Well, DK Metcalf has been his top receiver, hands down, but then after that it's a bunch of short and intermediate passes to running backs and tight ends. Now the Bengals and Aaron Rodgers, most of his yards have come from yards after the catch, right? The Bengals, their defense is the worst in the NFL at giving up yards after the catch, right? So Aaron Rodgers' average for the season, relying on yards after the catch, is 208 yards a game. And he's playing the worst yards after the catch team in the NFL, so I'll give him over the 200. All right. And last week we saw what Joe Flacco was going to be doing with Jamar Chase. He was rusty the first half. He did most of his passes in the second half. And in the second half, Jamar Chase, well, he finished the game with like 9 catches, 90 yards, something like that. His average for the season is like 7-70, something like that, 7-78. Jamar Chase. So I've got 8-80 for him for catches and yards. So yeah, I see Joe Flacco just throwing it in to make times, hopefully 80 yards. I almost got greedy and said Jamar Chase was going to have a catch and 10 yards in every quarter. Holy shit, would that have blown this bet up if I added those two things. So remember that. If Jamar Chase has a catch and 10 yards in each of the quarters, there's an option also to say, like, I'd say you get 25s in each half, you know, stuff like that. But then, and yeah. And between all those, I see Aaron Rodgers having a pretty decent day. I see the Steelers defense, while they still have a pass rush with Watt, they haven't been as dominant as they have been in recent years. So, yeah, I see the Bengals get some points, and I see the Steelers having one of their best offensive games of the year today. I didn't want to get greedy with that thought, but I really do feel like the Steelers like could just be like a knife through butter tonight, you know. When it comes to the offense versus defense, that is. And then you factor in, I feel like, you know, the Steelers defense will cause some trouble for Joe Flacco. Now, Joe Flacco, I'm not sure if anybody knows this, but now he's officially played on 3 of the teams in the division with the Steelers. Joe Flacco has played the Steelers more than any other quarterback in the history of the NFL, right? So Joe Flacco knows how to play the fucking Steelers. I'm not really worried about that. I think he probably already played them a few weeks ago with the Browns, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think Joe Flacco will do fine. But I think the Steelers' offense has too much of a mismatch on the Bengals' defense, and I think the Steelers' defense and Bengals' offense is about the same level. You know, does that make sense? So I can see with the 50-point game being like 30-20, 30-17, something like that, or, you know, 47-50 points, you know, 47-50. Yeah. Anyways, that's my take on the night. Mostly, if any, that's right, huh? Oh yeah. Oh, tell me about it. Has Joe Flacco ever had a Jamar Chase and a Higgins combo to throw to? Tell me about it. Like, Flacco was involved in the trade decision to go from the Browns to there. Flacco, like, he's essentially a journeyman. Like, he just wants to do whatever he can with whatever time he has left. He believes that. But like, so he started with the Browns for the season, and he knew going in that the Browns wanted to make sure that a rookie was ready to take over before they just said, "Hey, rookie, start." All right. So they waited a few weeks to make sure Dylan Gabriel was ready, and then they got some. Not only did, you know, is Flacco, like, you know, last year or so of his career, they got something just trading him to a division rival. They took from a division rival, trading somebody that didn't want anymore. But yeah, I think yeah. Flacco's not the best quarterback in the NFL, but he's definitely not the worst. You know. But then you take out. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, last time was Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Happened twice in that same season. I want to say 2021, something like that. Sorry, I see and remember so much random shit. It's one thing that made me real good at military intelligence. I had this photographic memory that I'd see something one time, then like 10 years later be like, hey! How's your days off been, Tom? You're off yesterday and today, right? Yeah. So really what I'm hoping for tonight, I'm hoping for points, football happens, catches happen, and yards happen, right? Somewhere Metcalf gets a touchdown. And that 100 becomes 1,000. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But overall, on the ebb and flow, I'm still ahead. Alright, so Dabadin needs to craft it in some Armadin. It has been a hell with the user interface with it set up like this because, yeah, so picture I got my widescreen 42s and like the 42-inch widescreens are cut in half with 2 square-shaped Pantheons. That's why this one, the one on the screen is a little stretched out because, yeah, it stretches it to fit the screen on the stream. Alright, well, let's see. We want... Alright, rank 1 for crude splintered helm. Basis, rank 1. Okay, that's good. What about plate? Rank 1. That's good, and we want that. I don't know about... Actually, armor seals. Never really messed with those, but... Alright, we're gonna, like, just fucking buy everything, you know, pretty much. Bracers, plate, helm, shoulders. Remember, there's 2 of each. You got the basis and the final piece. Legs,